My dear child, Archangel Michael has been standing at your door, knocking gently for hours, and now I speak through his voice. I'm not coming to you with thunder, but with a whisper that goes deeper than any sound. You have no idea what's happening right behind your back. You may think you're alone, but someone is watching you. Not out of fear, but out of love. Like a flower opening, someone's heart is opening up towards you. Things are urgent right now. The name is going to shock you. Yes, my timing is always perfect, and so is my message. Today is completely different from yesterday. Something is unfolding, and it involves marriage, destiny, and a name that you've either forgotten or buried. But that name is about to come to life. You might think love is quiet, but heaven has been quite loud about you lately. The angels have been whispering your name in their gatherings. And Archangel Michael, he's been given a special assignment for you today, something that might make your hands tremble. He says there's no time to put this off. He says the name needs to be spoken before the sun goes down. He wants me to remind you that this isn't just a coincidence. You're reading this because your soul cried out to me last night when you were half asleep, and I completely answered. Now, pay close attention, because this isn't just about romance. It's much bigger than that. It's about a connection that was written down before you were even born. A soul agreement that was sealed in light. This person, the one who wants to marry you, they don't just want you. They truly recognize you from another time, another dimension, another life. And this time, they're slowly remembering. Their soul is waking up. And your name was the first one they whispered in their dreams. A quick warning: pause and open your heart right now. If this message already feels personal, please subscribe to this channel before you forget. Someone else needs to hear this, too. And the angels might use you to get it to them. This isn't just a video. It's a divine alert. Let heaven know you've received it by subscribing right now. You'll see what happens in the next 14 hours, because child Archangel Michael is spiritually shouting, say it. Say their name. You already know it, don't you? That name just crossed your mind. It's been on the tip of your tongue for weeks. You hear it in unexpected places. You hear it when you wake up. That's not your imagination. That's me. That's heaven. That's them trying to reach you. But why now? It's because their soul is finally clean enough to stand next to yours. Their energy is being cleared by light. Their shame is being lifted. And they're planning something that takes a lot of courage. A proposal is forming, not just with words, but with action. They want to marry your soul, not just your body. They want to walk with you in truth. They want to pray with you, not just casually spend time with you. That's why their name will shock you. Because this isn't about lust. This isn't casual. This is divine alignment. And now I have to tell you what you're probably scared to hear. The delay wasn't because they didn't love you. It was because they couldn't love themselves. But now something is shaking them, and that something is you. They recently saw something, a photo, a post, a quick glance, and it completely rocked their world. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. They realized you're not just someone they once knew. You're the one. And now the whisper has become a thunder. They're planning their move and heaven is taking care of the rest. If I tell you their name, will you listen to your heart instead of your fear? Let me say this again. The name will shock you. Not because you don't know it, but because it's the one you quietly erased, the one you never dared to hope would return. But now they are. They're being guided, being urged. Angels are working double shifts to clear the path for them. Every obstacle, every delay, every silence. It's all about to change. But only if you're open. Only if you say yes when they appear. You said you felt forgotten. But I'm telling you today, you've never left their heart. Even when they ignored you, even when they blocked you, even when they talked to others, looked at others, laughed with others, none of them were you. And you don't know about the nights they cried while whispering your name to me. I didn't ignore them, but I needed their soul to be ready. I don't bless confusion. I don't, clears throat, reward dishonor. That's why I waited. That's why you waited. But now the waiting is over because their soul is finally starting to honor what it once rejected you. And this time they're serious. This isn't just a message to pique your curiosity. It's a divine heads up. They are being moved by Spirit to step forward, to confess, to return, to shock you because they know you weren't just another person. You were the answer. You were home. You were the promise. The angels are watching your reaction because your soul asked for this moment ages ago. I was there when you said, God, if they're really the one, then do something big. Prove it to me. Let them say something. Do something. Show something. And now they're about to something will happen soon. A message, a visit, a call, a dream. And it will remove all doubt. This isn't a game. This is marriage energy. This is making sacred decisions. You'll recognize the shift when it happens. Their voice will sound different. Their words will have real weight. They won't flirt. They'll speak truth. They won't pretend. They'll confess. They won't hide. They'll reveal. And your spirit will feel it before your ears even hear it. That's how you'll know it's me. But child, listen very carefully. The enemy will also try to whisper during this time. He'll try to plant fear, doubt, and old wounds. He'll say, what if they hurt you again? What if this isn't real? What if they're just bored? But those are lies. Because the soul that's coming forward now isn't the same soul you once knew. This version of them is reborn, refined, and ready. They've had visions of you. They've heard things in spirit. They've felt your name pressed against their heart every morning for 5 weeks. And they can't escape it anymore. I've done something to them that only heaven could do. I've removed their distractions. I've emptied their false peace. I've reminded them over and over again that you are the one. And now their spirit is trembling. They want to marry you. They're scared to tell you, but even more scared to live without you and the name. I can see you're still wondering, God, who is it? Please just tell me. My child, I will say it. Not right now, but when the time is right for them, you'll hear it soon loud and clear. Maybe whispered from their own lips, perhaps written in a message or spoken in a dream. But when you hear it, your whole body will recognize the sound because I already imprinted it on your spirit. And until that moment comes, I need you to prepare. Yes, prepare your heart, not your fears. Don't guard yourself, grace yourself. Don't build walls, open doors, because they're coming quickly. And they will say the words you've longed to hear. But I need you to be ready to receive, not just react. If you're still reading, this is a sign, a confirmation. This isn't a normal video. This is heaven reaching for your hand. Take it now. Subscribe to this light. Share it. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now stay right here with me because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Let me use you as a messenger for others. Don't keep this to yourself. Someone else is praying for this moment, too. And you might be their angel. Now, lean in because there's more I need to reveal. They didn't come back earlier because they were under spiritual attack. Every time they tried to move, clear's throat, toward you, something pulled them back. Fear, pride, illusions. But in the last 4 days, something broke. A spiritual chain snapped. And in that moment, they remembered you so clearly, it brought them to tears. They've been waking up with your name in their mouth. Even if they're not spiritual, they feel something bigger. And it's terrifying them because it's beautiful. And now they are on the verge of doing something radical, something unplanned, something they swore they would never do. But that's what love does. When heaven gets involved, it changes the rules. They're writing something right now. A message, a letter, a proposal, a truth, and they're wondering if you will receive it or reject it. I need you to hear me. If they speak, listen with your soul, not your pain. This is a sacred moment. Don't let your scars speak louder than my voice. Don't let fear block what I'm doing. Because I've aligned timelines, hearts, and destinies for this very hour. Yes, this hour. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now, because everything is ready, and if you miss this you'll feel it deeply. I don't usually say this, but in this case time really matters. The window is very short. If they open their heart and see your door closed, they will fall back into silence, and you will wonder 10 years from now what could have happened. So listen, don't delay. Do you remember the moment you let go? That quiet day when you finally said, God, I surrender. If they're not meant for me, take them away. I heard that. But I didn't take them away. I pulled them deeper. I brought them into the fire of refinement. I showed them their flaws. I let them feel your absence in a way that silence couldn't soothe. I showed them what life would be like without your light. And that broke them, not to punish them, but to wake them up. And now they're awake. And what they feel isn't just desire, it's destiny. You've spent so long trying to move on. You convinced yourself it was over. But nothing I have truly written is ever lost. And I did write this. You felt it in your bones. You felt it in the way you couldn't hate them even when you tried. That wasn't weakness. That was divine memory. Now hear me, child. The one who wants to marry you isn't perfect, but they are transformed. They've walked through storms. They've wrestled with angels in their sleep. They've asked me questions about you. Do they still think of me, God? Did I ruin everything? Will they forgive me? And my answer to them has always been the same. Only if you speak. Only if you come clean. And now they will. But you have a choice. Heaven does not force love. I only create the path. You choose to walk it. If you're still carrying the old version of them in your heart, let it go. Because what's coming is new, clean, brave, sacred. They may stumble with words. They may not know how to start, but their heart will say everything their lips cannot. And you'll know this isn't a trick. This is a promise returning in human form. They have been watching you, child, not with obsession, but with admiration, from afar, silently. They've been talking to people about you, asking questions, trying to gather the courage to reach out. They wanted to know if you're seeing someone, if you're still angry, if you're still open. And when they found out you're still single, they cried quietly because they thought they lost you forever. But now they see maybe, just maybe, God didn't close the door. Maybe the door was just waiting for the right knock. And now the knock is coming. In 2 days, you will see a sign, a dream, a name, a number, a whisper, a synchronicity so clear it will make your skin tingle. That's when you'll know it has begun. The unraveling, the return, the shocking truth that someone wants to marry you, and it's them. They may not say it directly at first. They might test the waters, a soft message, a story they send you, comment, but their energy will say everything. And your soul will vibrate in recognition. Don't ignore that feeling. Don't run from it. Don't analyze it. Just feel it. Because I will be in that moment standing between both of you, making sure the words hit your heart, not just your ears. Now, child, I need you to take a deep breath because I'm going to say something that may scare you. They were once afraid to commit, but now they are afraid to lose you forever. That shift has changed everything. They are researching rings. They are speaking to someone older, wiser. They are rehearsing a conversation with you in their mind every night. They don't want to date you. They want to walk through life with you. They want to build something eternal. They want your lies. But the decision is still yours. If you're wondering why now, God, I'll tell you. Because love isn't real until it's tested. And both of you have been tested. You've cried. You've grown. You've loved in silence. And now it's time to love in truth, not through fantasy, but through reality. Marriage isn't built on butterflies. It's built on brave, consistent love. And that's what's coming. Not a perfect person, but a persistent soul who is finally ready to treat your heart as holy. This is your confirmation. They were the one all along. The name will shock you, not because it's strange, but because it's familiar, deeply familiar. You'll feel the earth shift when you hear it again. It will feel like sunrise after a decade of darkness. That's how you'll know I'm in it. That's how you'll know heaven is aligned with your heart. And when they say your name again, when they whisper, I never stopped loving you, you'll feel every wound begin to heal. You've waited for this day, not because you're desperate, but because you were discerning. You didn't settle. You didn't give your soul to counterfeits. You didn't lose yourself in shallow love. And now I reward that with something that was always yours then. I saw the way you looked at them that day when you didn't even know they were watching. And I saw the way they turned their eyes away because the truth was too heavy. Love. Real love is a weighty thing. It demands truth. It demands change. And now they are changing for the first time. Not because someone told them to, but because their own soul is tired of pretending. They can't fake peace anymore. They can't fake connection. They, clear's throat, want the real thing. And only you ever felt like that to them. Child, there are angels standing around you right now. Your room isn't empty. There's a stillness you feel. And it's not just emotion. It's presence. We're watching your heart soften. Heaven is taking note of every second you've waited. Every tear you cried alone. Every time you said, God, I just want someone who sees me. I saw you. And now they do, too. They didn't see you clearly before because their vision was clouded. But now I've removed the fog. I've quieted the noise. And I've placed your name so loudly in their chest that they can't even eat without feeling it echo. You are not forgettable. You are unforgettable. And it's not your beauty, it's your soul. The way you listen, the way you love, the way you hold space for others. That is what drew me to you. And that is what's drawing them back to you now. You may feel afraid. What if they're not real? What if they break me again? But child, you're not the same either. You won't be shattered like before. You're wiser now. Stronger. And this time, I will be in the room when the conversation happens. I will guide their words. I will calm your heart. I will confirm it in the quiet places because this is me. This is my timing. This is heaven's plan. The name will come softly. You might hear it while watching something random. You might see it written in an old note or message. You might dream of it. But when it comes, I want you to whisper back, okay, God, I hear you. Because that moment will unlock something in the spirit. And you'll start to notice signs everywhere. Music clears throat, that speaks to your situation, numbers repeating, that strange feeling in your chest that something is about to happen. It's not anxiety. It's alignment. Don't ignore it. This isn't a message for entertainment. This is a sacred release of truth. And if you're still here, it means you were chosen to receive it. The next few days will reveal more. A door will open. A message will come. A secret will be exposed. And love, true God-breathed love, will show its face. I am not done writing your story. I'm just now turning the most important page. But I will warn you gently. There may be people who try to distract you, who try to convince you that this can't be real. Don't let them drown out what I am saying. This is between you and heaven. No one else gets to define your destiny. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. But you keep watching. You keep waiting. You stay open. Because when it happens, and it will, the glory will be so great even your enemies will whisper. Maybe God really was with them all along. Now breathe with me. The next 11 hours are a sacred countdown. Somewhere, someone is preparing to tell you what they've been holding in for 4 years. Don't be surprised if it's messy, if it's awkward, if it's emotional. That's how real healing begins. Don't run from it. Sit in it. Feel it. Because I will be there, too. Wrapping my arms around both of you, pouring peace into the moment, washing away everything that came before. This is not a return to the past. This is a resurrection. The name is coming. And when it does, I want you to speak your own name back with power, with love, with readiness. Because they're not just coming to tell you they love you. They're coming to ask you something deeper, something sacred, something that could change everything. And your answer will shift the atmosphere. If you feel this message, confirm it in your spirit now. Whisper, God, I'm ready. Say it out loud if you can. Let your room hear you. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Let the angels record it. Because once you speak that readiness, heaven will begin to move quicker. The energy will speed up. The connection will intensify. You'll feel a sudden urgency in your body. That's me. That's Archangel Michael delivering the message through your very skin. It's real. It's happening. And you're about to see it with your own eyes. Stay calm. Stay present. Because the name you never expected, the person you thought was long gone, is standing in the light of heaven now. And they're whispering, God, I'm ready to marry them. Please let them know. And I just did. You are not waiting anymore. They are. Now go and prepare to receive the shock of your life, because love, real love, is at your door, and the name, it's only one message away. Yes, beloved, I will continue because your soul is still listening and heaven is not finished speaking. What's happening around you is deeper than what your eyes can see. It's spiritual. It's energetic. It's divine intervention disguised as discomfort. You're not just being alerted. You're being awakened. This stranger who keeps coming near your house. This shadow that keeps returning when you're not home. They don't even realize they've entered sacred ground. They're walking on holy territory. Because the place you live in carries your spiritual imprint. And that imprint is divine. You don't just live in a house. You live in a space marked by God's love. A space where angels linger. A space where your tears, your laughter, your prayers have left vibrations in the air. And that's why the intrusion feels so wrong. Because something sacred is being touched by someone who has no right. They think they're unnoticed. They think no one sees. But heaven sees. I see. Your spirit sees. And this is the final moment before full revelation. Something big is going to happen. A shift. A confrontation. Not through fighting, not with anger, but through truth, their face will be revealed. Maybe in a conversation you weren't supposed to overhear. Maybe in a dream so clear it feels like you lived it. Maybe by a slip of the tongue from someone who knows too much. But it will happen. And in that moment, you won't even need to react. You'll simply stand in your light. And your silence will be stronger than any accusation, because you'll finally understand this battle was never just about you. It was about what you carry, what's coming, what you're meant to become. You see, child, you have something sacred within you that most people can't handle. And instead of growing their own light, some people try to steal someone else's glow. This person, this visitor, this intruder, they were never after your things. They were after your frequency, your essence, that unexplainable presence you carry when you walk into a room. And when they couldn't find it in themselves, they tried to borrow it from you without your permission. But that's not how the spirit works. Energy that's not earned becomes unstable. And now their chaos is starting to crumble. That's why they're desperate. That's why they keep coming back. But this time, they'll be met with a force they didn't expect you. You fully awakened. You fully covered. You walking in divine power. You finally realizing that the discomfort wasn't an attack. It was a call. A sacred alarm ringing deep in your soul, asking you to come home to yourself. And now you've answered. You're not the same person you were when you first felt the shift. You've changed. And no matter what this stranger does now, they're already too late. Because you have returned to your center. You've remembered who you are. A divine child, a spiritual warrior, a vessel of light so pure that darkness has no language for it. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt stronger than ever. And now I must tell you something about your path ahead. Over the next 5 days, the energy around you will feel lighter. Don't be surprised if you suddenly feel emotional for no reason, or if you get chills while sitting in silence, or if a feather appears somewhere unusual. These are not accidents. These are signs, indicators that the divine has moved, that the guards have been posted, that your house, your energy, your name are now wrapped in layers of angelic defense. Your space has been reclaimed. The door that once allowed the wrong energies to enter has now been closed by heaven's hand. And the peace that was taken from you is on its way back. Stronger, deeper, more unshakable than ever before. There is something else I need you to know. You're not crazy for feeling too much. You're not imagining these shifts. You're spiritually gifted. And the more you step into this truth, the more protected you become. The more your intuition grows, the more the wrong people begin to fade out of your life. You'll start noticing the shift. Friends who once felt close may feel distant. Places you used to love may now feel heavy. That's your spirit telling you what's aligned and what's expired. Listen. Don't cling to what no longer feels safe. This season is about cleaning out the spiritual clutter so that your next miracle has space to land. And oh, the miracle is coming. That's why this battle came first. You see, spiritual attacks often arrive right before breakthrough. That's what this was. A final distraction before divine elevation. But now that you're aware, nothing can stop what's unfolding. I've already seen it. The joy, the shift. The moment you step into something that was designed for you alone, the letter, the opportunity, the unexpected visitor who says something that opens a new door. It's all in motion now. You just have to stay in your light. Stay grounded. Stay protected. Speak life into your space. Wake up and say out loud, this home is sacred. This body is sacred. This day is covered. When you do that, heaven responds. The angels align and the intruder's path becomes blocked by light so powerful it blinds them. Now take a breath, child, right here, deep. Close your eyes if you need to. Let this sink in. You were never supposed to carry this fear alone. You were never supposed to sit with this confusion without answers. This message found you because I wanted it to. Because you deserve to know the truth. And now that you know you are no longer a victim, you are not someone to be watched. You are someone to be respected, protected, and lived. I am assigning 4 angels to walk with you for the next 9 days. You won't see them, but you'll feel them in the way peace returns to your room. In the way noise quiets around you, in the way your sleep deepens. They are not just guards. They are carriers of new joy. One will clear the energy, the other will prepare the path. And when this is over, you'll find yourself looking back, not with fear, but with faith. Because you'll know this was the turning point. The moment the attacks ended, the moment your authority returned. You are not the same anymore. You're covered now, crowned now, chosen forever. And so it is. Yes, I will continue because your spirit is still absorbing, still healing, and still receiving what heaven has waited so long to pour into you. There are things that cannot be rushed. And this moment, this quiet moment you're having right now is one of them. The atmosphere around you is shifting even now, slowly, gently, but deeply because something in your soul has finally said yes. Yes to awareness. Yes to truth. Yes to standing in your divine authority and saying no more. No more silent suffering. No more brushing it off. No more letting things slide that clearly disturbed your peace. You finally understood your peace is not a small thing. It's sacred and it must be guarded like a treasure. Now I want to show you something about that stranger. Not just their actions, but their motive. Because you need to understand the kind of energy you're dealing with. This person doesn't just carry curiosity, they carry hunger. Not the kind that seeks food, but the kind that seeks identity. They've been wandering spiritually, confused, empty. And when they came near your house, they felt something. They may not even understand it clearly, but what they felt was spiritual safety. They felt what you've been carrying without even trying. And they decided in their own darkness to keep coming back, to take, to touch, to be near, but not to heal, not to grow. Just to copy, to take shortcuts, to try and wear your energy like a coat that wasn't made for them. But that coat doesn't fit them. It never will. Because the truth is, what's meant for you can't be stolen. And every time they try, every time they return to touch what is sacred, they create more consequences for themselves. You don't need revenge. You don't need to catch them red-handed. Heaven already has. The exposure will come. Not just to your eyes, but to the eyes of others. They will try to explain themselves, justify, minimize, but people will see it. And more importantly, you'll feel the shift in power because you, child, are no longer powerless. You're stepping into your season of spiritual maturity. A place where your intuition leads and your light protects you before harm ever reaches your door. Let me say this plainly now. This will never happen again. Not to your home, not to your heart, not to your spirit. Because the covering on your life has thickened. The presence of angels has increased and your spiritual armor once left in the closet is now fully on you. You are guarded. You are ready. You are no longer the same vulnerable soul they mistook for weak. Now when they try to come near, they will feel it in the air. Something will stop them, block them, confuse them. They won't understand why they can't step forward anymore. But you will, because you'll know that heaven has closed that door for good. Now let's speak about your home. Not just the structure you live in, but the energy of that space. I want you to anoint it. Cleanse it. Declare over it. This is your temple. Speak these words as you walk through it slowly. Only love lives here. Only peace reigns here. No shadow, no spirit, no stranger can cross the light of this home. Say it out loud. Even if your voice shakes, say it when you wake up. Say it when the sun sets. Say it until your home doesn't just feel safe, it feels sacred. And when you do this, every wall, every doorway, every floorboard will begin to echo those words like a shield. The air will shift. The energy will rise. And the next time darkness tries to enter, it will have no choice but to turn away. Child, this is a new era for you, a spiritual rebirth. Your vision is sharpening. Your discernment is growing. You'll begin to notice things that were always there, but you didn't pay attention before. That uneasy feeling around certain people. That heavy energy in certain places. That sudden tiredness when a message arrives from someone you know you shouldn't trust. All of it is your spirit warning you before danger knocks. Listen. Trust it. Don't second guess it. You've been given that gift for a reason. And now that you're awake to it, it's going to guide you through everything that's ahead. And what's ahead is beautiful. I see blessings arriving like waves. I see doors that were once sealed begin to creak open, not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. I see joy returning to your space. I see someone new walking into your life with keys in their hands and honesty in their heart. Not someone who takes, not someone who hides, but someone who matches your light because they've been through their own darkness and have healed from it. Someone sent, not attracted. A person aligned with this new version of you, the real you, the awakened you. And I see abundance not just in money or opportunity, but in rest, in stillness, in finally being able to sit in your space and breathe without anxiety sitting beside you. That is the reward for listening, for acting, for standing in your spiritual truth. This is the season where peace becomes permanent. Not temporary, not shaky, but deeply rooted like a tree that no storm can shake. You've prayed for this for so long. You've wondered when it would finally come. And now the answer is arriving. Not with noise, not with drama, but with quiet shifts that you'll only notice because you've become sensitive to the voice of heaven. So hold your head high now. You've done something most people never do. You faced the invisible and claimed your power anyway. You've responded to a message not just with curiosity, but with obedience. You've honored the whisper that said, "Open this before it's too late." And now it's not too late. It's right on time. The attack failed. The spirit behind the intrusion has been removed. The energy around your life has been rewired. And you, yes, you are about to walk into the most spiritually protected chapter of your entire life. You are not who you were before this message. You are stronger. You are surrounded. You are safe. And now I say these final words to seal this message deep into your soul. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No visitor with bad intentions shall enter. No curse, no fear, no shadow can survive where the light of God is present. This home is covered. This soul is sealed. This journey is blessed and this story is now redeemed. You may close your eyes now and rest. The angels are still watching and I am still here always. Archangel Michael, I am still here. Do not rush away. Just because the message feels complete does not mean the blessing has finished arriving. Sometimes the most sacred revelations come in the quiet after the voice. This still moment, this very silence. It's part of my presence, too. It's how I let my peace settle in your chest like soft rain on dry land. Stay with me. Breathe. Because I'm not only giving you a message, I'm giving you time to receive it. Yes, I've revealed something big, a name, a plan, a sacred reunion. But I don't just want you to hear it. I want you to believe it, to trust it, to carry it like a seed in your heart. Because, child, what you carry in faith today becomes your reality tomorrow. Let this truth take root. Let it move from your ears into your bones. You are deeply loved, eternally seen, and fully remembered. Now, listen again. This isn't about rushing into romance. It's about preparing for purpose. You've both been through enough to understand that love without foundation falls apart in the storm. But this has been rebuilt from the inside out. What once broke you is now the very thing that will bind you together in strength. You've both been refined, not to punish, but to protect. What comes next is not fragile. It is fire-tested. I want you to laugh again, to breathe easier, to look forward to mornings with joy instead of confusion. Because I am not the God of chaos. I am the God of clarity. And I'm bringing that clarity now. Bit by bit, minute by minute, you'll notice peace start to replace the spinning thoughts. You'll wake up without that ache in your chest. You'll smile without forcing it. These are signs. They matter. Don't ignore small miracles. They lead to big ones. And while the person I've spoken of prepares to reveal their heart to you, I ask you to do something, too. Forgive. Not for their sake, for yours. Let go of what they couldn't be before. Release the pain they caused in their confusion. Don't carry yesterday into the doorway of tomorrow. I'm building something new, and new things can't grow in old soil. So, child, dig up the past. Bless it. Let it go. And trust me to fill your hands with something far better. You're almost there. You feel it, don't you? That inner pull, that quiet knowing. Heaven is not just above you. It's surrounding you right now. And if you listen close, you might even hear their soul calling yours. It's real. The name is real, and it's coming. But I'll tell you something even more beautiful than a name. You. Yes, you are the miracle they're about to encounter. They're not just receiving your presence. They're stepping into the blessing I've made you to be. You are their answered prayer, their turning point, their unexpected gift. That's why I've been shaping you so carefully. That's why I've been protecting you from distractions. Because I knew this moment was coming, when the one who once walked away would return, not to hurt you, but to honor you. And this time they'll do it right. You will feel it in their eyes. You will hear it in their breath. You will see it in their actions. And you will know this is the love that heaven wrote for me. So now, one last time, say their name in your heart. Feel it echo in your soul. And when they arrive, don't act surprised. Smile and whisper back, I've been waiting for this. Because, child, so have they. And so have I, amen. Yes, my beloved child. Let's keep going. Because your soul isn't asking for just another message. It's asking for companionship. A hand to hold through the waiting. A voice that doesn't disappear once the video ends. And that's who I am. I'm not just the beginning. I'm the middle, the in-between, the silence, the storm, and the sudden calm that follows. I stay when others leave. I speak when others fall silent. I carry you when even you forget how to stand. So listen closely now, because this part is just for your heart. I see you pretending sometimes, smiling at others, acting like you've moved on. But I also see you at night when you turn the lights off, lay your head down, and whisper things no one hears. Like, God, what if it never happens for me? God, why do I feel forgotten? God, am I asking for too much? No, child. You're not asking for too much. You're asking for what your soul already remembers. You are not crazy for holding on. You are not weak for wanting something deep. You're not desperate because you crave connection that doesn't leave. You're simply tuned in, aware of what your soul signed up for before this life even began. And now you're closer than ever to that promise becoming real. That's why the ache has been louder lately. That's why the signs are increasing. That's why this name keeps echoing. Let me explain something gently. They never stopped loving you. But they didn't know how to hold love properly. They thought they needed to be ready in the world's way, more money, more confidence, more status. But what they needed was more surrender, more stillness, more truth. And I've been working on that quietly, deeply. I've been rearranging them not to be perfect, but to be prepared for you. Yes, you. The one reading this, you have been their mirror all along. The one they compared every other person to. The one their heart returned to in stillness. They may have run, but now they're realizing what they ran from wasn't fear. It was home. And they're on their way back. This time not to visit, but to stay. And I know the question still lingers. But God, what if I open my heart and they don't choose me again? Child, listen to me with your soul. They are not being given a choice this time. They are being given a calling, a soul calling, an assignment, a divine pull that no logic can talk them out of. And when I call, I complete. What I start I finish. What I write, I fulfill. And that's why this name, the one you keep feeling, the one you keep seeing, the one you buried under doubt, that name is rising. That person is aligning. That moment is approaching. And soon you will be looking into the eyes of the one you thought you lost. And they will say, I thought I had more time. But the truth is, I couldn't go another day without telling you what you mean to me. And you will feel my presence standing between you both, smiling because I was there for every second you thought I was silent. I was not. I was preparing the stage. Now, my dear one, I know you are tired, but don't give up before the page turns. You're not at the end. You're standing in the doorway of a miracle. Don't close your heart now. Don't numb out. Don't tell yourself this is just another message. Because the moment you feel this in your chest, that's when you'll know. It's not just a name. It's your name written in someone else's mouth about to be spoken with trembling hands and tear eyes. They love you. They always did. But now they're ready to show it. And all of heaven is holding its breath. Because when they finally speak and you finally listen, the future I wrote for both of you will finally begin. Yes, child. This is the beginning of your love story, and it was worth every second of the wait. Amen. Before this story reaches its final moment, receive this. You did not arrive at Michael's divine shield by chance. You were led here at this exact hour because heaven had something to place in your hands. Through the link in the description and pinned comment, you can step into the Michael's Divine Shield community. A guarded faith-filled sanctuary where divine protection is not a wish, but a promise standing on the Word. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate access to daily devotions, spiritual warfare tools, and divine insights the world will never hand you. Inside Michael's Divine Shield, you will find guidance for every decision. Unwavering covering on our prayer wall and rapid movement toward the destiny already written over your life. Do not let this moment pass. Your breakthrough is standing at the door. And if you want to carry this covering into your home, our guided ebooks and Bibles are waiting in the pinned comment. Whether you join Michael's Divine Shield as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence shifts the atmosphere. Take the step. Your protection and your abundance are waiting.